What is up, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, your spiritual awakening coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. Now, while other spiritual awakening channels out there are making videos on the uncomfortable negative ascension symptoms, I believe that there are very positive, lifelong, transformational ascension symptoms that are being overlooked. And you know, we like to look at both sides of the coin here at Lightways, Light Fam. So one of the best ascension symptoms is this newfound feeling of sovereignty and autonomy after your spiritual awakening. And of course, that is going to be built off of the foundation, obviously, of not caring what other people think. So do you find yourself standing in your sovereignty more often now that you've had a spiritual awakening, Light Fam? So let's dive into this topic of not caring what others think. This is one of the most positive ascension symptoms, and we're also going to cover how to not care what others think right now. Let's go. If you haven't done so already, please smash that notification bell, as well as turn on notifications so that you don't miss any new content. And if you need a helping hand through your spiritual awakening process, we can work one-on-one through Zoom. Check the description below for that. Now, not caring what other people think is definitely one of the most transformational, life-changing ascension symptoms because it allows your authentic self to shine through. Your authentic self is in alignment with the reason that you decided to incarnate. And since you didn't have an ego before incarnation, you can trust that your authentic self is out of alignment with fear. It's the fear that comes from the ego that tells us that we need to put on some facade to gain acceptance or to get something in return. It tells us that we need to believe in something that we don't really believe just to gain acceptance into that social group. The ego will tell us that we need to emotionally manipulate to get love in return because of the fear of not being worthy of love. This is why a spiritual awakening is so powerful, because it wakes you up from the lies and the fear of the ego. Let's look at another reason why not caring what others think is one of the best ascension symptoms. Because when you no longer care what others think, you stop identifying as the identity that the ego has constructed for you. So once that inner standing of being an eternal, all-powerful spiritual being becomes your identity, you no longer identify as the ego's construct. See, the ego constructs your identity from your occupation, your job title, your physical attributes in relation to other people, and a ton of other labels like your political party, what religion you were raised with, what part of town you grew up in, etc., etc. So as you go through the ascension process, you realize that those limited 3D labels do not define the real you. So after spiritual awakening, you realize that the personification of the ego's construct is really just the physical avatar that you've chosen to show others here in this physical simulation. I get the question all the time, how can I stop caring what other people think? Well, understand that they can only judge the physical avatar that you've chosen to show them, whether you've chosen that avatar consciously or unconsciously. So how can you take it personal? They can't judge the real you, the eternal you, the source consciousness you. They can only judge that physical avatar and the identity that your ego has constructed. And since you know you're not your ego, you have an ego, but you're not your ego, then you know that that judgment is completely baseless because that's not the real you. Need another reason why not caring what others think is one of the best ascension symptoms? Well, when you don't care what others think, you are free to follow your heart. It's the following of your heart that helps you discover what your life purpose is. it's super difficult to follow your heart if you're worried about what people think about what fills your heart with joy. So worrying about what other people think will have you second guessing following your heart, and then you just end up living for others with your actions enslaved by their opinions. So listen, no one can eat your food for you, right? No one can live your life for you. You have to live the life that resonates with your heart. And it's my opinion that if you're not living in accordance with your heart, you can never be truly fulfilled. Yes, you can build a successful, happy life, but true fulfillment comes from living in accordance with your heart. Not caring what others think is one of the best ascension symptoms because it causes you to stop dimming your light to please other people. This is why a spiritual awakening is so powerful, because like we said, it does move you outside of the ego, but it also gets you out of alignment with fear. A fearless person is scary as hell to someone living in fear. Non-conformity, non-compliance, and freedom triggers the heck out of people that are still trapped by their limited identities of their fear-based egos. So they want you to comply. They want you to conform because your non-compliance reminds them that they are either too scared or too lazy to even entertain the fact that they just might be doing it wrong. And yet another reason why not caring what others think is one of the best ascension symptoms, because it lowers your anxiety levels. Why is this? Because worrying about acceptance and approval and validation is stressful. It throws you into a state of resistance, which is a state of fight or flight. This is a very constricted, blocked, energetic state of inauthenticity. So it moves you out of a state of the present now moment because you're anxious about the future or regretting the past, and neither of which actually exist. All of your power is in the present now moment. The present now moment is the only thing that exists. And this is why not caring what others think is one of the best ascension symptoms, because it gives you your power back by allowing you to center yourself peacefully in the present now moment. Now, question of the day. What is your favorite positive ascension symptom? Leave those comments below. I would love to hear how you guys are positively getting through the ascension symptoms. Now, if you know anyone that is worried about what other people think, please share this video with them. It may give them the insight that they need to step into their sovereignty and their autonomy and live a life of freedom and power. We can work one-on-one on Zoom. Check the description below for that. If you have a question for me, add me on Instagram _Lightways. Remember to subscribe, give it a like, ring the bell, all that good stuff. We'll see you in the next one. Light, love, and abundance to all that are watching and to all you love. Peace, guys.